All right, I am here. Based on some very useful recent feedback, I've made some hopefully improvements to the viewer experience for this long series. I have increased the UI scaling. Hopefully this will be a good place where things won't be overblown and too big, but at the same time, especially the text elements like the number of crowns for sale prices, any of the text in the top left for like percent chance to hit, stuff like that, should all be scaled up and bigger. In addition to the text just simply being larger on screen, I improved the down sampling. So the way OBS is basically scaling this down into a nice render of 1080p is being done in a much smarter way than just simply skipping pixels. So that'll make especially text render much more nicely. I think you can probably especially tell by looking at the objectives, short-term objectives screen element thing that I've got, which now I'm moving around like a goofball. And I also am using a better camera because I had one from an old job that was just higher quality than the one that I'd connected to this PC, so hooked that up. And I am using one of my microphones from just my like audio recording. So I had to get OBS hooked up into my audio interface and all that. So overall, I'm hoping this will be better. I hope in my sample I didn't get the balance too far off or things too loud or whatever. And so I may adjust a little bit past this. We'll see. Actually, looking at the audio levels, I think I might go a tiny bit quieter. Just a smidge. Just like one dB less. I think that's probably a bit better balance between game sound and whatever, and so that I don't clip. So hopefully this will be a better overall stream experience and video experience. Yeah, I can already see that the text in the corners is undoubtedly a lot more readable, especially if anyone's watching on a smaller device like a phone. So, hey Bijante. I'm curious if you can hear/see any differences or improvements in the overall stream quality. I made a bunch of various changes, increased the UI size, improved the downsampling in OBS. I'm using a better microphone. There should be a few things that all make for a bit better of an overall viewing experience, I'm hoping. But it'll be the same degenerate gameplay. That part ain't changing. So, where to go, what to do? I do want a couple more what I'm calling insurance bros in the short-term objectives. Significant difference? Okay, great. Great. That's what I was hoping for, but, you know, obviously I haven't, I don't have anything to watch. Like, after this recording, I'll just, you know, do the, what's the word when you're fully yourself? Anyway, I'll watch and make sure it all looks and sounds okay, but I'm hopeful. So let's see. Anyway, I was just saying I want to get a couple insurance bros. Because, and the reason is, so Ulfert here is like, okay, but it'd be kind of nice if I could train a second wave, bro. I've got plenty of time still. So it'd be nice to swap him out. Same with Leaf, who is better, probably less of a priority, but it'd still be nice, I think, to get him swapped out. And then the other thing I was thinking is the reality is the initiative gunners are not so good in the Monolith. And so I want to have a couple other bros that can be ready for that fight. So anyway, the long story short is I want like 1 or 2 more bros that I can train up and be ready. Wilfred's, yeah, it's very funny. I mean, the thing is he had talent stars in it, and he rolled a lot of like 1s in melee defense early on, which, especially early in a run, I think there's a certain amount of, you know, an improved value to hit points over melee defense, at least to a point. And so since I knew he'd be a dodge quick hands build anyway, I was more concerned with just melee skill and then giving him enough hit points to take some hits. So yeah, I mean, he's got a great hit point pool, but he's still not a bro that I want to keep around long term. So anyway, all that is to say, I want to get a couple bros. Now, I don't really want hybrids, so I'm reluctant to pick up that sellsword. Sellswords can, of course, still just be, you know, standard frontliners, so like that's fine. But I don't really want a hybrid. And then I think there was a nomad for sale there too that I think I'm definitely going to check out, because nomads can be really good. I could travel through, you know, this noble house and look for, you know, other backgrounds like sword masters or things like that. But I kind of want to do some fighting in the desert because I want another handgun. I want to clear some nomad camps. I want to spend a little time in the arena. Just because this is a lot of unexplored territory and I think I'm strong enough. So I've got money from selling all that stuff, so I think I am, you know, it's a cheap sellsword. Otherwise I wouldn't do this. Because again, I often pick these up when I'm really flexible and kind of want hybrids, which I don't. And then nomads are just always a good pickup for kind of premium bros. So let's pick up these. All right, first things first, let's look at this guy. Okay, so he's kind of like a dodge quick hands replacement. He'll end up with really good melee skill. He unfortunately min-rolled melee defense, and I would have really liked to make him a fatigue neutral, ideally. I mean, he's not bad. He'll work. And then this guy. Okay. Good lord. My god, actually. This guy's insane. Even his secondaries are super high. What the hell? Okay. So I just went on this rant about not wanting any hybrids. And that's true. But look at this guy. I mean, yeah, all right, that's fair. He is so good. Not what I'm looking for, but I'm obviously still gonna make him. This is like, he is comically good. So Huh. What I might make him, my favorite build in the whole world, is a frontline battle-forged gunner. And I think this guy is perfect. What I could also potentially do is, because I have this sword, I could make him a forged frontline duelist thrower. You want to see that? The first one, I'm assuming? Yeah, it basically, the perks that you take are basically like, it's basically the same as a fatigue neutral, only you take out one of those perks, just one of your defensive perks, and you replace it with crossbow and firearm mastery, and you start out with a handgun. And the beauty of it is, you can position that bro really aggressively and just hold the handgun, and then if like orcs or chosen or whatever make their way into you and you're in melee contact, like, great. Then you pull out a big old rusty axe and you give him a thwack. It's a cool build. It's one of my favorites. He's honestly, I'm still a little bit thinking about making use of this stinging sword and making him some sort of forge thrower duelist. Because you can use the helmet of the Idjarok to have no vision penalty. Which is super legit, actually. But maybe I'll do the old axe gun, because I do love it. I love it so. So, we are always going to take any +3s in melee defense. These can be, you know, these are minerals for these. So, there are opportunistically, maybe I could take +4 in any secondaries that I want to patch up. I don't even really need to patch up any. I will want to take like probably a +4 in resolve. So I might skip one of the melee skill rolls just to patch resolve. But otherwise, what a god, what a Chad. Huh. What a weird bro. And this guy, I could maybe make my... I wanted to make like a dedicated cleaver build. Because right now I've just got it on... Oh yeah, I just took him out. Denazatello, who's also okay. I suppose... Probably... I just get these guys training up, huh? I'll keep this guy around, even though he's going to be collecting a decent amount of wages. 23 is not that bad. But in case anyone falls in combat, I've always got him as a backup, and I can always swap him in too. Weird. Oh yeah, and so this guy, if I do want to make him like a more dedicated cleaver bro, to make use of that really good Madman cleaver, I'll probably build him just nimble. I don't think he'll have enough secondaries to be anything more than that. But I don't think we need a ton of extra fatigue because... Oh yeah, I was gonna maybe make this guy the cleaver, that's right. Oh, that's probably better, because he's got... Never mind. I don't know. I don't know what this guy will be. We'll respond accordingly. Actually, I might do this. And I think it's time to get okay. The company's in, it feels to me like the company's in a slightly weird spot, but that's okay. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of nets, and then I'm gonna head west. Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna do is make some crafted, I guess probably just one bone armor plating from Al-Anwar here. And so I'll go that way. Now I could explore like a chunk of desert over here first. Burning camps east of Kabira. And then this guy wants stuff delivered to Tarwa. Let's just go over here east and explore this kind of area while we've still got the ambush trade routes. See if we can find some nomads to beat up on. Another option for a way I could have spent some money was buy some fire pots, because those are really nice against nomads. But it'll be all right. And I love seeing this. That right there, that's a fighting spear. And I want that. So, Annoyingly, I want to occupy this hex and shield wall, bring this guy here, because it's a better hex to gun from. I'm going to end up with one hex vulnerable for that guy that I kind of don't want vulnerable, but it'll be fine. Oh wait, no I won't, because I can move this guy. Duh. Pretty good little gunning spot, if I do say so myself. And oh, never mind. And the initiative gunner gets to go again and lower their melee attack. Pretty good. Give me your fighting spear. Give it to me. I want it. Yes. I love getting fighting spears because then I don't have to buy them. So that was another, I don't think I articulated it, but that was sort of undoubtedly something sort of feeding into the calculus of my intuition telling me I wanted to spend a little time in the desert, was specifically, let's pick up a fighting spear. Because you can get them from brigand leaders and nomad leaders, but the pool of weapons for brigand leaders is much, much larger. And so you're just going to have a lot more luck getting them from nomad leaders. I might take an opportunistic +4 in fatigue. I think that'll be fine. I don't think I'm even gonna bother with Cleaver Mastery right quite yet. My thought is that until he has Nimble, he's gonna be still a little bit of a liability getting up close with the Cleaver. And I'm gonna give him the Barbarian Madman Cleaver. I think that's the plan. And so, I'm just gonna give him Pathfinder for now. So his movement on the battlefield is basically free. But yeah, I'll give him Nimble, Cleaver Mastery, Zerg Frenzy, and we'll see from there what else he gets. Okay, I think I'm probably kind of wasting my time going that way. Let's see if there's anything over yonder way. Any big old nomad camps? It's a little one. Only a few archers, but I can still go do it. I suppose one thing I can do to let in the times where there's like only a few archers, I could cycle out the Spear Bros. Let some other people in there fighting. I'm gonna give this guy a reach weapon though. Should back him up though. Yeah, this will be fine. It'll be nighttime and there's only a few archers, so don't really need the Spear Bros. Okay, I'm gonna let those last two go. Okay. I do like pizza. Do you like pizza? I think pizza's a fairly non-controversial, well-liked. Do you want a pizza meat? Oh boy. Anyway, how are you doing, Toxic Wild Hog? You're feeling a little cheesy today. And yes, I'm proud of that one. might try to get in and knock this guy's initiative down. Or just give him a concussion. Oh no, he destroyed one of his like 7 shields. Okay, I think I'll lock up that hex there. Oh yeah, pineapple on pizza. I have a very mild take on it. I think if you enjoy it, it's fine. It's not for me. I don't usually order it, but I also think it's fine. I know. It's one of those things that people have real strong opinions on. I just don't. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. If you like it, that's great. But I also don't really care for it. So, unfortunately, I am immune to the controversy. Oh yeah, definitely a weak answer. No question. I won't disagree with you. It's very weak. I have no strong pizza stance. It's just the way it is. Borgigan is absolutely correct. And it goes beyond just the wedding. It goes into an awful lot of things. It's true. It's true. Slurgy the coward confirmed. I even labeled this a hot tub stream, and I'm not even in a hot tub. If you can believe it, that I would lie in such a terrible, terrible way. There we go. Plaid is the anti-swimsuit. Yeah, and it has, check this out, pearl snaps. I love these. Shirts with snaps are like the greatest thing ever. They're so hard to find. I hate buttons. Give me snaps all day. It's so much easier to like rip off, you know, for when I get in the hot tub. Or even put on when I'm done in the hot tub. All right, we're gonna try this. Well, I suppose I'm in the desert right now, so maybe not. But I'm gonna give this guy adrenaline, and I'm gonna try this at the suggestion of Sergey. I'm gonna try making a fatigue neutral that has athletic with adrenaline, and the idea is the first turn, especially when you're real slow, you run up 4 hexes, do adrenaline, immediately get in the opponent's face, and like for goblins and stuff like that, that's huge. And that does seem good, admittedly. I do like that. So I want to get it, but I think I'm not. It's still it costs 20 fatigue to use. I'm not going to reconfigure his gear right now, and I can't quite do it in the desert. So I'm going to give him a different perk for now. Probably just get quick hands for now, as super boring as that is. Where's all my nomads at? Nice. Some sort of cutesy little morale boosting event. I think he shoots at the sun or something. I didn't read it. I don't even know how to read. Well, I haven't, I have not experimented much with adrenaline at all. And I've thought of it historically only as an early game perk, like exclusively. And I'm realizing now that that's probably a stupid thing for me to think. So I'm learning here. So I'm gonna try it out. I like the idea. And I think, well, I think the idea is you only use it once, and you only need to use it once. That first round of combat, especially on a bro that has athletic, you don't have to invest as much into fatigue to like make use of the skill, because it costs 20 fatigue, right? So you can run up, use adrenaline, and then immediately engage, and that's kind of what you want your fatigue neutrals doing, especially like I said against like goblins and lots of other fights, or even like where you're waiting. I don't know. Maybe that's really the only fight. There's probably others against other fast enemies where I care about that. Maybe there aren't. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've only really taken it as a tempo perk historically, and that was kind of when I was learning the game, and then I sort of decided, you know, I don't think it's very good, so I just haven't. Like, I've just not taken the adrenaline perk in like a really long time. And I just haven't explored it, I guess, because I do feel like it's probably useful. Did I know where that was? Did I see? Did that just sound? I don't know if I knew where Second Library was. Oh yeah, I missed the adrenaline. See, the thing is I missed a lot of these like eras of certain perks. My understanding is adrenaline was good because of like AP costs or something with, in conjunction with recover and indom though. At least that's what I feel like I've read. And I guess I'll stand somewhere where I'm gonna get shot at. Reveal the battlefield to me. I mean, a little bit, you know, I put it in the, Oh my god, this is a... The word that comes to mind is spank bank, which it feels like a very horrific, obviously grew up in the 2000s thing to say. They're the ones just leaving them out there. If they didn't want me thinking about it, they shouldn't have put it there. Bows versus guns. Not a good gunfight to bring a bow to. They're doing their best to get away. I think these two are probably just going to succeed, yeah. The real question, though, is it kind of looked to me like, oh, I was going to say there's only 2 bedrolls, but I guess there's a few more here. All right, I was going to say, are they just sharing the 2? But I see more, you know. There was probably just as many bedrolls as there were nomads. They didn't have to double up, living large. Yeah, we got more nomads. Hopefully we get like a big Sea of Tents fight down here somewhere, maybe. Yeah, just another ruins. Yeah, so this guy, this utter Chad here, I'm gonna make definitely gonna make this guy a duelist with a big old chunk and hit point pool. And I think my plan is to make him a sword duelist. I think that's the plan. With one of those fancy swords I got from the goblins. Pretty similar looking fight to the one I just did, but without the archers. Of course, the nomads do now have dodge, so they are substantially more evasive than they were earlier in the campaign. But I've got substantially more melee attack, so it works out. Bonked him in the head. Okay. Hey, well, thank you, I guess. I think? I try to be good looking if I can, I guess. Alright, and who do I want to give these light shoulder guards? Where do I want to put those onto? I'll put them on one of these, like, transitionary pieces of gear. This utter Chad, I didn't even look. What were his secondary? Yeah, alright. Anything other than a max roll and a secondary is definitely getting ignored. And I think I'll just go ahead and take quick hands. I should probably at least give him slightly more survivable armor. Even though I'm safely keeping him tucked away in the back lines. All right. Oh, and hey, that's right, I do have... Oh yeah, all right, I can get additional for padding too. That's kind of nice. Cool. I kind of didn't realize that I had the components to craft that, but I do. I can make just one. I'm not gonna bother killing the Ifrits. I doubt I'll do that. And actually, I think, you know, I said I wanted to pick up the 1 or 2 insurance bros. I already got those. What I could do with my money is get rid of the recruiter, because I don't need him anymore, and put in never mind. I was gonna put in the alchemist, and the thought was, you know, I'm about to make a couple high value attachments. There's the chance of keeping those components around to make more, but I have not crafted enough items to do that. I also want to get the surgeon, but I haven't healed enough people at the temple. Well, in any event, I'm gonna sell stuff. I know, I did, yeah, that's actually like legit true. I did sell a lot of nacho parts and didn't craft many necklaces. I don't know if you were just guessing or if you knew this to be true, but you're correct. Anyway, I'm definitely gonna craft some stuff. And so let's see. I can put bone plating on armor the Ejirok, and I think that's fine. Dogs are better than stats. That's mostly true. I stand by that statement. You just got to be careful making any sort of controversial statement in the Discord server for Battle Brothers. Otherwise, people will bring it up years later. And by people, there is a person. Those who know, know. Years. It's incredible. It really is. Okay, so I should get like the initiative gear on the initiative builds. Oh yeah, I mean, it's true. It's kind of incredible, really. But yeah, these aren't, neither of these are exactly my favorite attachment to put on Armor the Idjarok. So I'm gonna use them on something else and leave this vanilla for now. I kind of do like it on the Decayed Coat of Plates. I'm gonna end up using these for like a little while. And so I might put additional for padding on one of them. And bone plating on another. The other bone plating I could put on a nimble armor, actually. I guess if I put it on one, it would probably be one of these little +8 dibbles. Or I could hang on to it just for a little bit. You can say all kinds of things on that server, and they'll haunt you forever. You gotta be very careful. It lives forever. And so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna recruit any bros. I kind of want to recruit. I can grab this guy now, but I don't want to now. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, that is sort of the balance that I'm trying to hold, is I don't want just value, like wasted value sitting around, but it is true, I'm gonna end up with more endgame pieces of armor than good attachments. That said, I'm not opposed to taking like a forge armor and just chucking on one of the like +40 durability for 4 fatigue. Like I think that's fine. You still end up with like a really good piece of gear. Alright, I want to get to Tarwa because I want to fight in the arena a little bit. I think spending a little bit of time doing that is a good idea. And I also want a, I don't think I'm gonna purchase any like consumables quite yet. Let's see, nomads coming from down here. So let's trace their footsteps back, shall we? Aha. Wow, what is this garbage? Okay. Genuinely kind of useful. This terrain sucks. No, 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 it's no eagle. No, no, no. This is a falcon. Totally different. Everybody knows that. Oh my god, if this were Goblin City. Ooh. God, is that, I suppose that's probably possible. Ugh. Ew. Ew. Just the thought of that is gross. Well, luckily I don't make any incorrect statements. I know the difference between a falcon and an eagle. as a native speaker of English that uses both of those words regularly. Obviously. If I were to make that mistake, I'd feel so foolish. And I would regret it forever. So it's a good thing that I won't do that. And I've never done that. You know, I have had a few random enemy turns where they've used like the shield push or, you know, spiked impaler push and actually had it been good. But it's happened just infrequently enough that it still just feels random. Exactly. I made that mistake very intentionally to leave it in as a learning opportunity because I'm just that courteous. Wow, what am I doing? I'm obviously not going to put that guy forward. He can't do anything there. Yeah, obviously the English teacher piece of me will live on forever. Okay, so let's let this guy heal up. Let's get him out of there. Who else is hurt? Actually, what I might do, just bring the gunner back in with a crossbow. He's dissatisfied he had to sit out anyway. All right, banner. What do I make the last perks on the banner? I could do quick hands. Quick hands to have a bigger pole arm. And I think that's fine. You can also take bags and belts after that, just to do whatever. Fearsome? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a big proc, and so I like it from that regard. I will take fearsome on builds like this. I'm not like opposed to it. But I think first I'm gonna take quick hands. And so what I'm thinking is I take quick hands now, and then I can decide next if I want fearsome or bags and belts. Because even if I go the fearsome route, I like having something a little beefier than the battle standard as an option. Who was I? Yeah. I don't know what this guy's gonna quite be yet. I normally like my fatigue neutrals to have a bit higher melee defense. He's kind of like just sort of good in a lot of ways. I don't know. He'll just be, I suppose, a fairly unexceptional, unexciting, but fine bro. Alps are either gonna die or disappear. I suppose if it becomes dawn while the Alps still exist and they're in combat, do they finish their combat? And then if they win, does everybody just disappear? How does that work? Okay. Ambush trade routes everywhere. A 3 skull contract to clear it is a lot more reasonable. Exactly as I described? Okay. Well then. I mean, I feel like that's what makes the most sense intuitively. Even if it is kind of a weird nobody wins. Alright, let's see what's in the arena. 5 nachos. As long as I got my spear bros, that's okay. I don't love fighting nachos with their mood just simply content, but still should be just fine. And so, I think I just go in about, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna look at yeah, I'll just do right as is. Okay. So just to get them to evenly distribute across the spear bros, I'm gonna back up. That's a fairly even split. I can be cheeky. The most important one to hit is, of course, the T3. Okay. I think I'll hit this guy just to hopefully lower his resolve. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at this fight, this one's stupid. Of course I'm gonna abuse it. Now he unfortunately will not have enough fatigue to spear wall again. So what I'm gonna do is push this guy off, spear wall, and everyone's gonna retreat around him. I guess I already did this guy's turn, huh? Maybe that's fine. Yeah, I can't even, if I attack here, no, I will have enough, but not if he attacks. So I'm gonna wait, and then this guy I'm just gonna back up. At least for the moment. Boy, those recovering at the wrong time is bad. That's fine. Hopefully the T3 just eats this guy. It's kind of what I want to happen. Alright, if he's not going to do it. Okay. Okay, at least everyone's locked in melee. I'm getting really lucky with those misses. Let the record state. I mean, he could have taken several more and been fine, but... Let's let this guy try to run first. There we go. Okay, that was actually slightly dicey, to be honest. Something that could have made that fight smoother is if I'd just had more fatigue on these builds. But I didn't, so it wasn't. So that's how it is. I'm gonna get just a little more fatigue on this guy. I do want, despite the fact that he has iron lungs, which, you know, makes him able to get away with less, 103 is still a little low for this build as I like it. So I'm gonna take just one point of it. And I'm gonna do the thing that was suggested to me to make these bros have kind of a separate purpose by player of games. And I'm gonna try Hammer Mastery. The other way I often do this is just to take Indom to make them sort of a backup, sort of inline nimble tank in the situations where the spear isn't useful. And so that's really good against like unholds. Hey, have a good one, Bijante. +5 Iron Lungs era. Oh my god. You used to give 5 fatigue instead of 3? That sounds awesome. No wonder. I mean, you know what's interesting is there's so many things that have stuck around in like the collective consciousness, the zeitgeist, if you will, of the Battle Brothers community that I was never a part of. So people talk about how Iron Lungs is this godlike trait and they love it and they think it's so good. And I'm like, yeah, like it unlocks a few builds. Like it's cool. Like it's a good trait, but you know, people talk about it like it's the best thing in the world. And they also talk about asthmatic like it is the worst thing in the world and just kills a bro. They're dead in the water, whatever. So I had no idea that it used to give +5, but that makes sense to me that people's perceptions of it are so high. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna try Hammer Mastery. I've got a military pick, which is bad, but... And we'll do the same on this guy, on Grib. Okay. So do I want to stick around for another arena fight? I think I do. And to do it, I'm going to take this 3 skull contract to fight just a cute little nomad hideout. That seems ominous. We'll leave the spear bros out for these fights. Yeah, that sounds crazy. But wasn't it, I mean, is that true though? Because I feel like the way people have described it to me is that there was like sort of a singular build that you took on Battleforged bros, or like you essentially wanted Battleforge on everyone, and that there was like a particular, you know, cycle of skills that you wanted to do every turn. That was kind of the impression that I got, which maybe that's incorrect. Another fighting spear. Hell yeah. Okay, it's that old, huh? So how long have you played this game, Borgigan? I'm curious. You must be one of the OGs then, it seems. Yeah, I know I've seen references to the old Nimble. I don't know what it is, or what it was, or what it was like. Just that it used to be different. Was Beast and Exploration one of the first, like, expansions or DLCs? Okay. Yeah, because I think, to me, the balance seems really good and interesting as is right now. Like, seriously. Gotcha, interesting. I mean, I've watched a couple interviews with the brother duo from Overhype, and it is really interesting that, like, I feel like they didn't expect the game's success and didn't know how to respond when it was successful, which I think is obviously like a good problem to have, but, you know, one that I think is easy from the outside, at least, to misunderstand. Okay. So they'd basically just adrenaline at the end of their turn. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it costs 1 AP, you can recover and adrenaline on the same turn. Right, okay. Around what time was the controversial player Filthy Robot playing? Yeah, okay. All right. That's funny you asked that question. Like literally, or you mentioned Filthy Robot. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I found out about the game through him. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's how I discovered the game. But I also understand he's apparently pretty controversial because, like, he doesn't play builds that people like, I guess. Or, like, he would make definitive statements about something being objectively correct when it was just like, because that's how he played, or things like that. But I actually never went back to watch him, really, I don't think. So I don't have even any context. Give me your fighting spear. You learned the game thoroughly when it was pretty new? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think once I started playing, I was a lot less interested in watching. Like, I watched Sins some. Mostly I watched, like, YouTube content. And so I didn't really see too much live Battle Brothers. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's the type of player that he'll take like any new 4X or turn-based strategy games or things like that, and I'll say like dabble in them. Like he wants to learn them and then be done with it. Okay, that makes sense. Whereas, you know, I feel like the way I like to play games generally is to find one that I have decided that I really like it, and then just sort of go in deep. So like my Steam library is funny because I've got like a bunch of games that have like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with these games, but there'll be ones that I've got like, you know, 40 or 50 hours. Like I got enough to get what I wanted out of them. I played them, you know, 100 hours, 277 hours. Like games that I actually really like, 25. But then there's games that, you know, Battle Brothers, which is going to be an embarrassingly high number, and like Slay the Spire, Dota 2, etc. EVE Online. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I mean that game, that's like a game that sucks people in. I don't care about recruiting the belly dancer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know he's into Civ. I've never actually, somehow, I've never really gotten into the Civ games. I think I would like them, but just haven't gotten into them. Yeah, he does do a good job of explaining and like, yeah, I agree with that. Okay, 6 Ifrits is thankfully not too bad. I don't think I need to fix up those armors. I think this will be good enough. Maybe -8 range defense is not the bro to bring into this fight. It'll be fine. 6 Ifrits is not that bad. Oh, interesting. Huh. The thing is like, I know enough about those games, just enough to think like, how does that even work? Like, for a game like a... Oh, I don't have quick hands. You know, for a game like Civ, it just feels... I don't know, it feels weird that that can be a multiplayer, like, game at all, really? Kind of? Like, it's weird to me. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I learned about his existence through just some random, off-the-cuff, just talking about streaming interview-ish thing, conversation, I don't know what to call it, that he did with a Slay the Spire streamer, Jorbs, who I really enjoy. And I really liked their conversation, and one was like, oh, I should just see what, you know, what this guy's about. And it was from those streams where he was playing Battle Brothers. He must have been. Either that, or maybe he wasn't streaming Battle Brothers, but he was... I found his YouTube channel and then like watched some videos, and then Battle Brothers was recommended to me. I think that's how it must have happened, because I don't feel like I watched it live. And it took a while for Battle Brothers to get its grip on me. It took a little while, but now that it has it, it's a pretty good game. Turns out. Let's see, so I should probably replace this follower now that I've got a little extra money. I'm still quite far away from the last locked seat, so I could either sort of wait for the surgeon / force it by just repairing the next injuries I see. I mean, I definitely want surgeon to protect the bros that I've got. I probably should just get surgeon. The only other, I think, from the ones available right now that I'm really interested in is kinda drill sergeant. But I don't, I like kind of don't care. Many necrosavants. Many necrosavants? Despite my absolute abundance of nets, I don't have good builds for handling necrosavants right now. So I'm gonna pass on that. See what's going on in some of these cities down here. A 3-skull drive off brigands. Find something. Fighting green skins. Green skins. Meh. I don't think I care about any of that. But I know there's green skins there. I think I might just want to make another pass going deep into the wilderness for named gear. So I think I just want to get to one of these edge cities and stock up on stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know that they no longer take away any named items if they've got them. And I do want to keep good relations with houses and build up renown. So, I don't know, maybe you're right. I mean, they're easy enough to do, right? Yeah. And yeah, with the bounty hunter and a plethora of raiders. Wow. Guy's a little risky to bring in. We'll do it like that. It's a lot of enemies. Yeah, I mean, getting the bounty hunter certainly helps a lot. Do you know what the champ chance like multiplier or whatever is? Like what is the effect of it? Okay. Yeah, but like camps like this, you know, for example, there's not that many brigand leaders in them either. So it's not like, I don't know. there's not that much impact to be had, I guess. Okay. I guess +5 is pretty good. +5% chance for a Briggy leader to become a champion is pretty good. This is one of the bigger Briggy camps that I've seen. Certainly up there. Yeah. That makes sense. Look at that chain route. Beautiful. Oh, don't cycle him out. Get him, Falcon. Scout for me. Sorry, dog. Okay. I'm gonna run these last briggies down. No reason to let him go. Okay. Not too exciting a loot, but did get a long axe, which may end up being nice for some of the old fatigue neutrals. Oh yeah, before I left the desert, I kind of wanted to get... I wanted to get a sword lance and another gun. I kind of forgot that I wanted to do that. Whoops. Because I was gonna get this guy a sword lance and give him overwhelm and fearsome. Even though Bijante would not endorse such a build. That's just his lot in life. That's what he's gonna get. Let's see, what did I take on? Yeah, definitely just gonna get Pathfinder. And this guy... Nut. What a name. I will probably grab Fearsome first. Fearsome, then Overwhelm, then like 9 lives or something. And it's still a pretty good sale price here, so just so I don't have to risk a crappy sale price elsewhere, I'm gonna liquidate the assets here. Grab reasonably priced tools. And let's see, find something to the southeast, blah blah blah. Don't know that I really care. Come running greenskins, blah blah blah, I don't really care. I'm gonna go to Newmark, and actually what I might do is go to Blankenstadt and then take the teleporter. It calls itself a boat, but the travel's instant. It's basically a teleporter. Take the teleporter down to the southern city with a port. And I can make a trip out to the wilds from there, probably. Caravan, don't care. Friedewald. Don't care. Don't care. No, no, no. Wow. Moving on from there. Although, actually, let me check tool price. Ooh. No. Canute. Fnute. I'm gonna go with nut. There's a rolls off the tongue joke there that is wildly inappropriate, so I won't make it. Use your imagination. Okay, I don't think I care about any of those. I don't care about any of those. I'll at least wait for it to be daytime, I guess. Maybe not. I'm just gonna sail to Kabira. I guess I could go to Steinhaven where they've got a workshop and get cheaper. Yeah, whatever. I'll do that. And maybe that was more waiting than I thought it was. I guess I can, yeah, I can also look for oath takers that are coming with their 300 gear. I also really love Swordmasters, but I don't think I'm gonna bother recruiting any. I do love them though, I really do. I've got one more slot in the group. I really don't need to. I really don't. I'll let them live their lives. We go here, where they've got cheap tools. Escort caravan a la noir. Nah. And buy some amber shards to take with me for the journey to Kabira, where I'll sell the amber shards, and then probably just buy a bunch of food and no sword lands for sale. There is a gun for sale, a little expensive, but I'm gonna buy it because guns. Should really start training this guy up. Thing is this guy's not even that good. Ah, whatever. I'll make use of him. Probably make him a fatigue neutral, but his melee defense won't quite be high enough, so I might just take like reach advantage or something to compensate a little bit. He'll be fine. Alright, definitely want to make a trip out to get some named items. Spending too much time dorking around, not enough time doing battle. This is Battle Brothers, not like Shopping Brothers. Just gonna buy all their food. And I don't need the nets. Don't want to fill up the inventory space with them. I know. I've got plenty of good ones. I mean, the rolls off the tongue. Never mind. There was a real joke there too, but it's not appropriate. Let's see. I suppose I can just start here with these ancient ruins and sweep up and take out all these goblins. Of course. We've got a champion here. Nogzak the Knife Juggler. Pretty cool name. That's right. It's important. You got to keep it family friendly here. So I definitely want to free All right, let's Oh, goblins. Caw. See, these goblins, this guy knows the ultimate strategy. Okay, let's start blasting. I suppose I do want to catch the shaman in it. Maybe I'll just move up here. Feels like a little bit of inefficient AP, but kind of the same deal with this guy. There we go. I should have put the dog down. Actually, no. I was gonna say for surround bonus, but I don't get a surround bonus because he's not surrounded. Fortunately, these other gunners have had their morale tanked. Nice throw. There we go. Come on, just one more little gobbo. There we go. And these things are meh. Too good at the game. Wow. Quite the kind words. Thanks. Doing my best over here. Yeah, I mean, I think there's like the only 2 fatigue cost on the famed goblin items is like, you know, kind of interesting. I mean, failing terribly has happened. If you look at the if you look at the YouTube channel, I've got 2 of them. One of them is a bunch of like video game music covers and stuff, but the other that is gameplay footage. If you go back and watch the one and only Gladiators episode or whatever, you'll see me fail terribly there. It's tragic. And it was a very, very, very stupid fight. But you know, it has happened and will happen again. Probably. Who could even ever know? Okay, is everyone... this guy's like a little hurt. Problem is I don't have... I suppose I could just bring in this guy. Probably just should. Some of the bros that are hurt, I feel like I should... it's too easy for goblins to just focus them down and say, hey, screw you in particular, you know? Yeah, something like that's fine. When you fight at night, the goblin shaman will not put you in vines right off the bat, as they do during the daytime. All these ambushers are going to attack into this kite shield. No Pathfinder on him. Sad. Caca! Okay. I'm just gonna try not to get too terribly clumped anywhere. And we'll probably fail somewhere. Kind of impossible to avoid too much, since I do need to just push up. The nice thing about getting guns right up against the fortifications is the fortifications will protect him, but not them, because the gun doesn't care about them. Got a bro so fast he's outspeeding goblins, which is kind of nuts. Pretty nuts. Get out of here, Mr. Shaman. I wonder how the designers of this game, from how Overhyped decided to make goblins play like this, because they're not quite like, they're a lot more sophisticated than a lot of goblins are in, you know, tropes, right? In like fantasy tropes. They fight like with their wits, you know? I don't know, I just feel like thinking about like the way goblins are portrayed in like Baldur's Gate 3, for example, where they're just sort of, they're very like dumb. Vietnam. Not sure I understand the reference. But I don't know, I just feel like they're just portrayed differently. Like cunning, very fast. I don't know. Vietnam is a place in Asia by the sea. Is there a reference there? I don't know. Let's see what this city looks like. I think some of the real big, like, goblin city-sized goblin fights I might still avoid just for now. I think I'm gonna my inventory is a little more full than I'd like as well. It'd be nice to get that last card upgrade. Maybe I'll make like a sweep through kind of new territory to the left here until I sort of fill up. Hey, well, all right. There's the black monolith. Oh yeah, and I guess I can update my objectives. I got my insurance bros. I just want named gear. Usually around this time is when I put find the black monolith as an objective if I haven't seen it. But there it is. Oh yeah, that's totally doable. And this will get the ambition complete as well. The team's healed up. Caw-caw! There's one lonely skirmisher way up there. I think this guy's gonna be faster than that skirmisher, so we can still shoot. Since that guy doesn't have a melee weapon out. There we go. Oh my goodness. Punctured. Okay. All right. There we go. Now we're finally breaking them. All right. Nice, cute little goblin fight, and that should complete the ambition. And the tank leveled up. You love to see it. Whoops. And do I want to take any more opportunistic rolls in hit points? Or do I just keep pumping resolve? I think I just keep pumping resolve. I'm going to take Indom, and then the last 3 things I'm going to spec are going to be Lone Wolf, Fort Mind, and Recover. Probably in that order. Boom. We got ourselves a Goblin Trophy. Which I feel like giving that to one of the gunners might make sense, just so they can't get put in vines. And considering my inventory is full, well, I mean, I'll take an opportunistic fight, probably. It is nice being able to cycle bros in and out with reserves. That's for sure. I'll take this fight. But actually, looking at the time, I'm gonna have to probably call it here. I might stream again later, but just for now, I'm gonna take an hour or 2 break. And we'll see, I might come back. I'm kind of planning on it, but haven't decided yet. So now that I actually have some folks that have found their way here, I'm gonna tell you to go somewhere else. Let's see, who else playing Battle Brothers? There's this person, Ambiguous Amphibian. I don't even know who they are, but they're playing Battle Brothers, so let's give them some love. All right, so to those of you here, have a wonderful day or night or whatever, wherever you are. Ta-ta.